smelled anything in the house or anything like that. And I guess he was doing it in a closet downstairs, and he'd been doing it out in the garage nights, and they found more equipment out in the garage. But I didn't realize it's that prevalent. Or I hear houses blowing up from it, but in the neighborhood Mom lives in, it's not that kind of a neighborhood. It's a really quiet, nice neighborhood with all older folks there, and I just, it's a killer, and killed my mom. His wanting to have an easy way out or an easy high, and doing something like that in his grandmother's house, it blows me away.
He, right now, Justin is in Steuben County Jail without bail right now.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
I think they should keep him and throw away the key. I don't think jail's good enough for him, but...
I mean, he's one of many people who do this, and I'm trying to think of what could be done to prevent this from happening again, but I can't even think of anything. And I mean, this is one thing, telling a story, maybe personalizing it can really hit people a little harder so they know, like, this is the effects of what meth can do, not just health-wise, but literally making it can...
Oh yeah, it's so dangerous making it. Like I said, you hear houses blowing up and other fires, and it's attributed to manufacturing meth.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add in regards to Anne or Justin or this whole situation, how you feel, or reflecting? Anything on your heart you want to let out?
I wish Justin was never born. It's just, he was a burden to his mother and my brother, and he's still just a burden. He acts like he's helpless to do anything. He won't work. He's just plain lazy. He doesn't do anything except hang out with other people like him.
Were you close with him beforehand?
No. I'd speak to him at my mom's house and I'd see him, but no, we weren't close. He was always very distant.
What about Jarrett?
Jarrett, he's done better. He was my brother's older stepson. He wasn't my brother's natural son. He was by his second marriage. And I guess the investigators told me he wasn't involved with it, that they found a little bit of pot on his person, but that was the only thing, and they interrogated him and talked to him and decided that he wasn't in on it and didn't know anything about it, which being Justin's brother, I find it really hard to believe he wasn't aware of what his brother was doing.
So Justin is free and doing his own thing now? Like, was he living in that house?
Jared,
I'm sorry, Jarrett.
Jarrett was living there too, yes.
Okay. And now that, I mean, where is he now?
I have no idea. They disappeared and the house fire came, and police caught them both, but I have no idea where Jared is now. He hasn't made any contact with us or anything.
And you don't intend on contacting him?
No, I don't.
Why is that?
I don't have any use for either one of them, because I believe he knew what his brother was doing, and he could have said something. Because he always acted so sweet towards my mother there and being helpful, and I thought the least he could do living there for free and eating for free is let Mom know something was going on that wasn't on the up and up.
It's sad. I don't know a lot about meth making or people who do it, but I assume a lot of people who do it have a lot of time on their hands. Maybe they're not working, and maybe they're they're like living in a family member's home. So this kind of situation can really happen to anybody.
Oh yes. It's become a disease. killing people. It's not the way to go about things. Life's too good to pollute your body with anything like that. It's just going to kill them.
And kill others, apparently.
Yes.
What is something you'd want to tell people who might be listening and might be in the same boat as either Justin, Jarrett, who is a witness, or you?
Be careful of your surroundings. Know what's going on in your neighborhood, in your home, and any unusual smells or activity and like that. Call the police and report it. If I'd have known, I'd have turned him in myself. But the results are just tragic now. My mother planned on. We were just talking Monday morning. I plan on living to be 100, and we talked about her selling her home and moving up here with us and having a bit smaller bedroom. She couldn't have her king-size bed up here, but she was kind of excited about that prospect, and she'd agreed at her age the house is getting too big for her to manage, and she had other things she wanted to do. She wanted to go places and see things, and she was planning on going to the rodeo this year, and her and her friend just travel all over the place, different sites, and just go for rides and antique shopping and rummage sales and flea markets and sporting goods stores for Stephen, and they just were always on the road and always going. She grabbed life right by the horns and enjoyed every moment of it. She'd adopted my niece and my nephew and raised them too, and she was everybody's mom.
How long was Jarrett and Justin living in that house for?
They'd been there for about 1.5 years.
So it's not very long.
No.
Why only 1.5 years? Were they living with their parents beforehand or something?
No, Jarrett was with his wife, and his wife left, and they got evicted, and they moved into my mom's house, and his wife left, and Jarrett stayed there, and then his brother showed up and wanted to stay there also, and Mom, being who she is, said okay. They were your brother's son, and I'm going to take care of them. And this is how she gets paid back.
Man, it's like, I feel like my heart is pierced right now just listening to the story. It's so different than hearing it on the news. What is something you'd want to tell your mom?
I wish I'd have picked up the phone, and I hadn't been in the bathroom. I picked up the phone and I told her that don't go back in the house. There's nothing in that house worth saving. But I didn't get the call, and when I tried to call back, it went right to voicemail. And I'm glad I saw her Sunday and spent time with her for Mother's Day, and told her how much I loved her several times that day. So I'm at peace with that. I'm so angry over the whole situation. It's nothing I ever expected. Just not like this.
I know you don't know Justin very well, but do you think that he holds some guilt knowing that he killed his grandmother? Or do you think that he's just blowing it off?
The way he always acted, I think he's probably just blowing it off right now. He maybe regret that he got caught, but I think he's just blowing it off. He doesn't seem to have much of a conscience. It's what he wants, and that's all that counts.
Was there anything about Justin before this incident that kind of threw you off, that made you not want to become close with him beforehand?
Just is unwilling to help Mom around the house or do much of anything, and eat her food and sleep and use the laundry and everything else, and just nothing in return. Didn't help Mom out, and very little if you do, get him to do the dishes, but other than that, he'd just make a mess of the house. It was a daily chore to keep the house clean with him in there. He lived like a pig.
So he just takes and takes and doesn't give back.
No, he doesn't give back at all. He just takes.
So, if you were to talk to Justin right now, maybe he could watch on the news or something. What is something you'd want to say to him appropriately for TV? Just something you'd want to say to him in regards to this situation.
That he killed my mother, and it's sucks to be him. He's ruined his life, all for a drug, and he's affected our lives, and he's taken my mother's life. I have no use for him. I don't even consider him family now.
Is there anything else that you'd like to add that's on your heart?
Just that I miss her terribly. It's we talked every day several times. I'd call her about 11 o'clock every morning, and we'd have coffee and talk on the phone for an hour, hour and a half. And she'd call me, or I'd call her several times during the day, just to check on her and make sure she knew I loved her.
It's good that you had a good relationship with her. You have that to look up to.
Oh yeah, like I said, we grew up together. She was 16 when she had me, and my dad committed suicide when he was 30, and I was only 11 years old, and so Mom and I became the man of the house, and Mom and I did everything together. People see her because they couldn't believe she was 82 when she'd tell them. People mistake her for my sister or my wife or my girlfriend, and that delight her, and it upset me that I said, well, geez, either you look really young or I look really old right now.
I mean, some people, their spouses are sometimes a lot older than the span of what your mom and you are in age, so she's a beautiful woman.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. So is there anything else you want to add before I wrap this up? This interview, at least?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. I really appreciate you speaking with me. I'm just going to get some shots of this as well.
Okay.